What are you going to do with food? First of all, be sure you have food that doesn't need to be heated. So what am I talking about? We're talking peanut butter and jelly, canned tuna, canned chicken, canned applesauce, peaches, all those types of things are foods that you can eat that do not need to be heated. So get foods that do not need to be heated first to help you just keep nutrients in your body. Now, to heat food, make sure your propane tanks are filled. You can use your grill to cook. Get yourself an iron skillet, or just your regular skillet is fine. Put it on the grill and cook your food on there. When you run out of propane, then make yourself a rocket stove. I did a video on this. Make sure you have the twigs and everything all ready, but I just keep my rocket stove outside, and then if we run out of power, I'm going to heat food up on my rocket stove. Get these little cans. I think they're alcohol burners. I'm not quite sure what's in there actually, but get these little cans of heating in the house so that you can use this little burner. And the one I got, you can use it outside with wood, or you can use it inside with the little cans of food warmers. That way you can warm it up in the house. Make sure if you're warming liquids to put a lid on so the heat is trapped inside and it will warm faster, conserving more of your canned heat. One other thing on the cooking. When you're cooking, don't overheat your food. Don't waste valuable energy overheating your food. What do I mean? If you're warming up a can of chili, just barely warm it. Don't make it boiling hot. The only thing you would need boiling for is maybe tea, but hot cocoa just needs warm water. Coffee, simmering water. Tea, really simmering water is fine. You don't need a full boil. So don't, unless you're cooking things like potatoes or whatever, but in an emergency situation, you should be eating canned foods that are easy to warm up. Don't overwarm them. Just get them so that they're just edible and just barely warm. Okay? This video is brought to you by our Dining on a Dime cookbook. We have quick and easy recipes your family will love to help you get in and out of the kitchen fast. Please visit us at livingonadime.com. It's 25% off now. If you're watching this later, as soon as there is any hint that there is a major storm coming, you get your car gas filled up, you get your propane tanks filled up, you get at least a month's worth of food in your house, get it ready, and be prepared early. Make sure you have enough blankets, make sure you have plastic to put over your windows to keep the cold out. Get all those things prepared ahead of time. Now, what are some actual tips to help you stay warm when you lose power? All right, first, close off rooms. Make sure you have enough firewood if you have a fireplace. If you don't have a fireplace, you can close off rooms and live in one room. We did this all the time growing up. We would drag blankets and foam into the kitchen and family room, which had a potbelly stove. And my brother or I slept on the kitchen floor, and Mom slept on the couch, and one or the other of us slept on the floor in the living room. And that's how we slept. You can drag your mattresses if you have room, but sleep next to your wood stove if you have it. If you don't have a wood stove, get a small tent, 2 to 3 person tent, or however many people you have in your house, and all of you sleep in the tent. Your body heat is going to keep everyone warm in that tent in the house. And you're going to be like, Tara, that's crazy. You would be amazed how warm you will stay when you're in a tent in the house. You will stay pretty toasty. Make sure you have lots of blankets. Even though we live in Colorado, I don't have a wood stove, so I make sure that I have no less than 5 to 6 blankets for every person if we run out of, or if we don't have electricity. If you get caught off guard, what else could you use for blankets? You could use sheets that are doubled and tripled up. You could use curtains. If you have long curtains, that could be used as a blanket. In some of the rooms that aren't shut off, take those curtains down and use them as blankets. That would help really well. The next thing is dress in layers. Don't have a t-shirt on and then be wearing your coat. Okay, put on a long sleeve shirt, then a sweater, then your coat. Make sure you wear a hat. A lot of heat is lost out of the top of your head. So always keep a hat on all day long. Keep your gloves on when you're not doing anything in the house that requires your fingers to be nimble. Wear your gloves. Dress in layers. Wear sweats under your jeans. Wear double socks, triple socks, in slippers. Keep your shoes on to keep your feet warm. Keep your scarf around your neck. That will help you keep warm. Get hand warmers. You know, hand warmers like these where you break them open. I got a packet of these at Costco. You can get them on Amazon, wherever. I keep enough for each person several days worth for their feet and their hands, and stick those in your gloves or your hands, however you want to do that. Your biggest priority is to stay warm. You are not going to die unless you do something stupid, but stay warm. A lot of this has to do with your attitude. You're going to have to be like, okay, we're just pioneering it. We're pretending like we're in the 1850s now, and we're just going to get through this. Do not expect the government to take care of you. Do not expect your neighbors to take care of you. The elderly and the disabled, they are the people who need to be helped. So you need to take care of yourself, so all the resources can go to help those who truly cannot help themselves. All right, for sleeping, you want to keep warm sleeping. Be on foam or carpet or your mattress, whatever it is. If you have some sort of padding underneath you that's not tile or concrete or stone, that will keep you a lot warmer than you have to sleep on a tile floor or stone or concrete. Sleep on warmth. If you need to, you could pull your recliner next to the fireplace if you have a fireplace and sleep in that if you need to. This is not a time when you're going to be comfortable. We are not going for comfort here. We're going for survival, okay? Sleeping at night. Put everybody in the tent, or at least all the kids in the tent, and sleep with several blankets, sleeping bags. Guys, you need to have at least a minimum of one sleeping bag per person. One sleeping bag per person. And then additional blankets on top of that, and that will keep you warm. You'll be surprised. In a tent, you stay really, really warm. Next, babies. If you have a baby bottle, don't freak out. Babies usually eat about the same time every day. And if they don't, then you just go ahead and start ahead of time. Get that baby bottle made up with the cold water. Put it in your armpit or put it between your legs while you're sitting and reading a book or whatever. And your body heat will warm that baby formula enough so that you don't have to worry about heating water and wasting energy, valuable heat energy for the baby bottle. Next, if it happens to be sunny out, open your blinds in the room that you're in and let the sun heat that room. If it's not sunny out, you want to keep the blinds closed to keep the heat in. So if you have heavy drapes, close them so that the heat doesn't escape out the windows. That will be a lot of heat that you will save. Also, put up plastic. Keep plastic on hand and some painter's tape and put that around the windows. That way you will keep the heat in with plastic, and you can still have some sunlight coming in, because it can get pretty depressing when all the shades are closed. Next, make sure you do not get wet. Now, it may be really tempting to go and play out in the snow. And honestly, you may want to, if the kids are getting cooped up, you may want the kids to go out and play in the snow. But understand, if you don't have electricity, you are not going to have a way to warm up when you get in. Okay, so if you have a fireplace, I would say go for it. But don't think, oh, I've got hot water in the hot water heater. I'm going to take myself a shower and warm up and get myself all washed and my hair all fresh. No, don't do that. How are you going to blow dry your hair? Your hair is going to be a popsicle and you're going to be freezing, and then hypothermia is going to set in. Then you're really going to have an issue. Just get a wash rag or baby wipes, whatever you have, and just wipe down your body. This is not a time for those of you who are shower every day people. You cannot do it. I know you feel gross, but just wipe the pits and the personals and just get a little freshened, but you're not going to be washing your hair every day. You cannot do that, because if you get wet, you're going to get sick. As I am filming this for 2026, One other thing I forgot to mention is open all of your cabinet doors so that the heat can get into your pipes so they're not going to freeze, or at least some of the heat can get in there and hopefully they won't freeze. Also, stick every single faucet on a slow drip or slow stream in your house. Just keep that water running. A drip, when the temperatures get this low, sometimes a drip is not enough. So you may need to do a stream instead of a drip, but usually a drip is enough. That should keep your pipes from freezing. All right, now, if you've run out of water and electricity both, what can you do? Well, is there snow? Is there ice that you can melt? Right now in Texas, they don't have water, but it's raining and snowing there. Collect that rain and snow, melt it down, put it in containers, and let it warm up. If it's above freezing, which usually it is, your water will eventually melt. You're going to have to be proactive and do this as soon as you realize. If they are saying we're losing our power, like when we had the floods here in 2013, they said, they told us that they thought that they were going to be losing the water treatment plant. As soon as that announcement came up, I filled my bathtub, I filled my crock pot, I filled my trash cans, anything that would hold water. You fill it up. Don't forget the back of the toilets have water that's clean. The water heater has water. Now, you should have bottles of water on hand and a water filter, but if you don't, all of those places are areas where you can get water. Remember, we're surviving. We're not taking a shower with this stuff, okay?